While the digital deals are pretty sparse right now for PlayStation 4 games, I have to say that there are some incredible physical game deals available right now, and that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Specifically, 15 great PS4 game deals available right now. All of these are physical deals, and before I get into this exact 15, I do want to say that Target is running a very good buy one get one free sale right now. We're not going to include those games as a part of the main 15, but some games included include Watch Dogs 2. That's listed at $20. And with that, you can get a free game like Doom, and that's pretty good to get both Watch Dogs 2 and Doom for $20. You can have a look through the listings yourself, but I did want to give that a mention before we get into the bulk of the list. Since we have 15 games to go over, we'll try to go through this pretty quickly game by game, so let's get right into it. Kicking things off, we have Middle-earth Shadow of War, which is available at Best Buy for just $9. Wow, is this game plummeting in price? I've seen it available for like $11.99 to $14.99 pretty regularly, but now that it's down to $9, and since it's at Best Buy, GCU is gonna knock it down to a little bit cheaper. You'll get it for $7.20 if you do have that. The game itself is very good. It's a very enjoyable open world title. Had some issues at launch with microtransactions, but since then has been fully remedied, and the game itself is quite good, and for this low of a price, have to give it a recommendation. Moving on from that, what has seemingly become a regular price, Battlefield 5 is available for $29.99 over at Best Buy. You'll get it for $23.99 with GCU. Battlefield 5 fundamentally is actually a pretty good game. I know there's a lot of hate surrounding it because of a train wreck of a promotional standpoint that EA had with the game, but if you actually play the game, it's a pretty good Battlefield title. And would I spend $60 at it at this point? Well, no, because it's $30 every other week. Here it is once again. It's a very good deal for BF5 considering this game is what, just a little over 2 months old? If you're looking for a quality Battlefield experience, I actually do think you'll find it here. EA looks to be pretty committed with the updates for the game as well, so it does look to be a game with quite a bit of longevity to it, even though it's getting a ton of hate. For $30, I think it's a good buy. Moving on from that, JRPG fans should definitely give Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age a look. It's down to $39.99 over at Best Buy. This was a little bit cheaper over Black Friday time. I think it was as low as $30 to $35, but those deals are long gone, so $40 for DQ11 is still very good, especially considering you're getting a 50 to 60 hour game here. And DQ11 retains all of the great traditional gameplay mechanics that made DQ so good, but it still looks very accessible now in 2019. The story's great, the characters are likable, and again, you have a lengthy adventure here. $40 for it is well worth it. With GCU, you'll get it for $32, so that's definitely a great buy. Speaking of JRPGs, quite possibly the biggest JRPG release of this year was Final Fantasy 15. The Royal Edition is down to $25, and I would say this is a pretty good deal for FF15. Now, for a long time with the Royal Edition, I was recommending you guys to wait for all of the other DLC to come out for FF15 and then buy whatever edition Square Enix was going to release. Unfortunately, the majority of the planned DLC has been canceled, so now the FF15 Royal Edition is really as close to the definitive version of the game that you're going to get. There is one more piece of DLC content, but I highly doubt they're going to re-release the game again for just a piece of DLC. With this Royal Edition, you get the base game, you get the Comrades multiplayer, you get all of the episodes that honestly should have been in the game from the get-go. What you can expect out of this game is a quality open world, some very fun gameplay. Do not expect a great story because the story is just a jumbled mess, but every other element of the game is quite good. Visuals are stunning as well. $25 for all the content you're getting, I would say, is quite good. Moving on from that, Kingdom Come Deliverance is available for just $20, $16 if you're a GCU subscriber. A really great historical RPG here. One game that had issues going back to its launch, a lot of technical issues. However, since then, a lot of those issues have been remedied. Still not perfect, but definitely at a playable state. The game itself has a lot of realism. It's quite challenging, so that's just something to bear in mind, but the gameplay's strong, the story's strong. However, with KCD, I do suspect at some point they will release a complete edition for the game. That's just speculation on my part, but they are releasing DLC for the game, so maybe that edition of the game will come. If you do want to wait for that, maybe that's a good idea. If not, if you've been looking to play the game, $20 for it is a really good buy. So those are some of the best deals available at Best Buy. Now, GameStop has also got some great deals. Dead Cells is down to $19.99, the physical copy of Dead Cells, that is. Now, this game, I think, is a game that a lot of you guys bought downloadably, or maybe you only viewed it as a download-only title, but no, it is available physically as well. The physical version is actually $5 more expensive retail, but on sale for $20. Dead Cells is a fantastic game, a great Metroidvania-style game, and a game that's incredibly engaging. I know people that have sunk over 50 hours into Dead Cells. I myself have sunk quite a bit of time as well. Love the art style. When you start the game out, maybe you won't get what all the fuss is about, but then when you die a couple of times and you keep playing it, it becomes apparent pretty quickly that Dead Cells is an exceptionally great game, and for $19.99, it is a great buy. Check it out at GameStop. Also, Shadow of the Tomb Raider Croft Steelbook Edition is down from its initial $90 price point all the way down to $45. Now, not only does this include Shadow of the Tomb Raider, the base game, it also includes the Season Pass, and with the Season Pass, you get a sizable amount of content, including 7 challenge tombs with narrative side missions, 7 weapons, 7 outfits, and 7 skills. You also get Steelbook packaging and a couple of other in-game items. Wasn't a big fan of the Season Pass and all of the content they locked behind it, but now that you can get the Croft Edition for just $45, would say that this is a really good buy, and considering it's only been 4 months since the game's release, that's quite good. Usually you'll find the base game for around $30, so $15 more to get the special edition, get the Season Pass. I think that's a worthy investment. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is also still available for $25 at GameStop. That is a great buy on AC Odyssey, a game that I have a love-hate relationship with. Going into this game, absolutely love the open world, love the visuals, love the combat, do not love how grindy it is. It's just like Assassin's Creed Origins. If you want to make it through to the end of the game, you're gonna have to do a lot of the side content, and some of it is a little bit tedious, and you should always have the option to play through the main story if that's what you want to do. They do have an XP boost that allows you to do that, but you gotta buy that XP boost. I think it's obvious to see why Ubisoft designed the game that way. I imagine a lot of people did buy the XP boost, and that's an easy $10 for Ubisoft to make. Still, if you're looking for a game to invest a lot of time into, if you liked Origins a lot and you did all the content in Origins, Odyssey is gonna be right up your alley, but just from a personal standpoint, wasn't a big fan of the grind fest. Moving on from that, Monster Hunter World is also available at GameStop for $20. Monster Hunter World won a lot of Game of the Year awards for 2018, and rightfully so. It released very early on in 2018, so a little bit forgotten about at this point, but it is a tremendous game, a very accessible game to newcomers of Monster Hunter, but still retaining a lot of the depth that the series is known for. And if you're looking for a game to sink a lot of hours into, Monster Hunter World is absolutely going to offer that. You're talking north of 100 hours of gameplay, a consistently updated game by Capcom, and we're going to get a brand new expansion as well. That is going to be a paid expansion, but Capcom has done more than enough in offering quality free content, and they've been very committed to Monster Hunter World as a whole. Even what you got in the base game was well worth it, and now that it's down to $20, a no-brainer here. Couple of more Ubisoft games. We've got South Park The Fractured But Whole over at GameStop, $15 for this. I was a big fan of this game. I know that a lot of gamers don't find it as good as Obsidian's Stick of Truth. However, I think the issue with The Fractured But Whole was the expectation was a lot higher than the Stick of Truth. I think with the Stick of Truth, when we were going into it, we just weren't expecting a game of the excellence that it turned out to be. With Fractured But Whole, because it was the follow-up, maybe gamers had a higher expectation. The game still turned out to be really good. It's a comedic RPG. It's got a great superhero theme. If you're a fan of South Park, it's going to be right up your alley, and if you just want a comedic RPG, also, it's great. $15 for it. A great buy here. Far Cry 5 has got a tremendous deal. $15 for that. That's a great deal over at GameStop as well. Far Cry 5 has been considered by many as one of the standard bearers for open world gaming, maybe outpaced by games like Red Dead Redemption 2. But Far Cry 5 in its own right is very good, and now that it's down to just $15, that is a fantastic deal. Without a doubt, the lowest price I've seen this for. With New Dawn just on the horizon, now would be a great time to check out Far Cry 5, and at this price, again, a no-brainer. Final deal available at GameStop, The Crew 2 is down to $15. Now, is The Crew 2 a fantastic game? No. It got a bit of a negative reception, and I think really it just got a negative reception from a commercial standpoint. The game itself is alright, and I like to recommend this game to PlayStation 4 gamers, especially because we don't have fantastic racing options on the PS4. We don't have a Forza Horizon 4 to look for. So yes, The Crew 2 is a far cry from the quality of Forza Horizon 4, but it's a decent racing game in its own right. And if you want a quality racing game on the PS4, $15 for The Crew 2 definitely ain't a bad buy. Next up, over at Amazon, they've got Marvel Spider-Man slightly discounted to $43. Unfortunately, Marvel Spider-Man has really held up in value. It's clear to see why. This game has been selling like hotcakes, and Sony and the various retailers probably know they can still charge a high price for this game, and gamers are going to buy it nonetheless, and rightfully so. It's a fantastic game, so to see any kind of discount on it is very welcomed. $43, and you're getting a great open world adventure here. Insomniac really did Spider-Man justice. You have a great story here. Visuals are absolutely stunning. The web slinging is done to a T. Is it perfect? No. Insomniac has set a fantastic foundation for a future franchise, because after the conclusion of Marvel Spider-Man and playing through the city that never sleeps, you know that there's more Marvel Spider-Man on the horizon, and more games will definitely be coming. Is it going to be a PS4 game, or is that going to be maybe a PS5 game, I don't know. But if you have a PS4, do yourself a favor and check out Marvel Spider-Man. It's down to $43 over at Amazon. Lastly, we got a couple of great deals over at Target. The Evil Within 2 is down to $19.99. Great survival horror game here. Follow up to the first Evil Within and a substantially better game here. Once again, following the same main character, but you can jump into the Evil Within 2 without playing the first title. Obviously, playing the first title will give you a little bit of background, but number 2 is such a better game that I would recommend it over the first game, and considering it's only $20, a great buy here. And of course, whenever you mention the Evil Within 2, you gotta mention that other Bethesda game that goes on sale all the time, Wolfenstein 2 The New Colossus, is also down to $20. In the case of The New Colossus, I would recommend you to play The New Order. Now, with The New Colossus, they do have, I believe, a 7 to 10 minute intro video that tries to get you up to speed with the story, but you can only do so much in 7 to 10 minutes compared to a 10 to 12 hour game. So just keep that in mind. If you want an action-heavy first-person shooter, a lot of blood, gore, all that good stuff, Wolfenstein 2 is definitely going to have you covered on that end. Story does get a little bit zany and wacky towards the end, but I guess that's Wolfenstein for you. Nonetheless, it is a great game, and of course, we're going to be getting more Wolfenstein from Bethesda and Machine Games, so that's pretty exciting. If you have yet to check out Wolfenstein 2 The New Colossus, again, would recommend you to play The New Order and The Old Blood, but The New Colossus is a great game, and $20 for it is a no-brainer. That's going to conclude this video, guys. Again, not a lot of great digital deals available right now, but for those of you that want physical deals, after everybody was talking about that PSN winter sale, physical deals are getting really, really good, so a lot to snag here, and there are more deals available. Again, that Target buy one, get one. GameStop has got more deals that I didn't even talk about, so does Best Buy. A lot of good stuff to check out, so that's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.